I used to lose over 2 months a year to my phone, just like half of America. My creativity had stalled, my goals had drifted, but 5 years ago, I found a way to reset my dopamine and get my brain producing original, powerful thoughts again. In this video, I'm taking you with me to a Texas ranch where I swipe off. I take a day of silence like an ancient monk, and I do 3 things that a pioneering business psychologist, Laura Guzman, helped me customize in order to make this day the best day of my entire year after year. Watch this day unfold, steal a few ideas, add your own, and then you can start breaking your phone addiction, reclaiming months of your life, and unlocking clarity that can transform your relationships and your business. First, and maybe most importantly, before the silence can do anything meaningful, the first step is clearing your head. Turning off your phone is the obvious part, but that alone isn't enough. The secret sauce really starts with unloading the mental weight of whatever I'm carrying at that point in my life. Laura told me something simple but powerful. You can't receive clarity if your hands are already full. So she had me identify 3 to 5 things in my life that are weighing me down. Stressful decisions, unresolved relationships, lingering tensions, things that I often are replaying in my head at that point in my life. Then she gave me a physical way to deal with them. I start my walk and I gravitate towards a few rocks on the ranch, and as strange as this might sound, I assign each rock to one of those specific burdens. One rock for one issue. No overthinking it, just honest naming them. Then I start walking with them. Every step I carried those weights with me, and as I walked in silence, I didn't try to fix anything. I didn't strategize, I didn't problem solve. I just acknowledged each one. This is real, this matters, and I don't have to solve it right now. And then before moving forward with the day, I physically set them down one by one. I set them down in a manner that seems fitting for each one. These issues are not going to be gone forever, but they don't get to dominate my mind on this day. I'll be honest, it felt like I just finished the most freeing therapy session of my life without saying a word and without paying a dime. This is when step 1 is concluded and the day really begins. I usually pull out my journal at a point like this, dump it all out on paper at the end of each step. The second step is simple but powerful. I walk in silence and I stop anytime something in my surroundings pulls at my attention. No agenda, no rush, just noticing what draws me in and staying there long enough to listen, so to speak. Let me give you 2 moments from this day that were really powerful for me. At one point, I noticed a memorial cross sitting on a hillside with an incredible view of the ranch. I love a good view, so I felt drawn to stay there. When I got closer, I found myself leaning against that cold iron cross, even sitting at its base. Standing there, I felt a tension inside of me. I was drawn to the beauty of the view, but the cross itself wasn't inspiring me in the way that I hoped. That contrast, it stirred up thoughts about my faith, questions, doubts, struggles. I don't always slow down enough to face these, so I stayed there. I let those thoughts surface, and eventually I wrote those down before moving on. Later, I came across a creek bed with just a small trickle of flowing water at one end. I paced back and forth, appreciating the quiet movement of water, when something shifted. That stretch of creek started to feel like a picture of 2026 for me, the journey ahead. I realized how often I start the year strong, but somewhere about 1/3, maybe halfway through, I abandoned the personal growth goals that I set for myself. As I kept walking the length of that year, I reached the end of the creek where a cold spring was flowing over the edge freely, and I leaned in. I let that wash over me, a little bit of a spontaneous cold plunge, if you will. That moment sparked something in me, a reminder that if I stay the course and finish well, the refreshment will come, the reward is waiting at the end, so to speak. The final step is about restoration. After the deep work, I make space to do something that I genuinely love in that environment. And for me, it means fishing and a good cigar. So I pushed the boat into the quiet ranch lake and spent a couple of hours casting for bass. I didn't land a fish that day, but that wasn't the point. The rhythm of the casting, the waiting, and being fully present was enough. As the day wound down, I took time to reset, quiet reflection, even a short nap, letting everything settle before the evening. It was the perfect way to close the day. Days like this are true dopamine detox for me. They remind me of the weight that I don't have to keep carrying, and they create space for original creative thoughts to return. And when that space opens up, clarity follows, vision sharpens, and suddenly your goals for the year ahead don't feel so overwhelming, they feel possible.